What's going on, everybody? It's been a while since I've done a video like this. Kind of like some IRL stuff real quick. Bear with me because the audio is probably not going to be perfect since I'm obviously outside and I'm pushing around. So there's going to be moments where, as you can see, I got to put the camera like this because obviously pushing a wheelchair with one hand is easier said than done. I mean, what kind of happens is you kind of just like go in one direction or in a circular motion with one hand. So, but the reason why I wanted to make this video is because of a decision that I made just today, actually. And that decision was to remove the Twitter app on my phone. Yep, I got rid of it. Honestly, I think what happened was oftentimes when you are in this industry, or you're trying to be, as it pertains to like live streaming, YouTube, content creation, whether you're on Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, whatever the case may be, or Facebook for that matter. I think one thing that I've learned almost 2 years of doing this, right? Part-time and kind of like half part-time, half full-time, is that a lot of people are going to put out a lot of positive stuff out there. But then there are people that put out positive stuff just for the sake of being positive. And it's like this idea or this culture of you see people just like pandering to a certain everyone. Now, that practice in and of itself isn't really bad, because if we're being real, it's a good business model. I mean, if you are making yourself accessible to as many people as possible, by all means, you're probably going to get more views or get more traction on whatever it is that you do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there's also behavior that, I'm not gonna lie, every once in a while I would kind of engage in, and it's whenever something happens in streamer Twitter, and we're talking about streamer Twitter specifically right now, and like, you know, outrage happens, and then you just see a bunch of people, myself included at times, just piling on, right? And sometimes when I'm doing it, it's usually just because like I want to voice an opinion, right? But stepping back from it, I kind of realized that I'm not really doing anything of substance here. I'm just kind of doing what other people are doing as well. And believe it or not, but when you do shit like that, it gets you clicks, it gets you likes, and in the end, is all of that really worth it to me at this particular time? No, I don't think so. I find that Twitter, especially these last couple, honestly, these last couple days, maybe a week or two, but I just feel like whenever I go on Twitter and I check my phone, more often than not, I get this feeling that like I don't want to stream. It's like you think that with all the people that are doing amazing things, by the way, right? Fellow friends of mine, fellow creators, y'all are doing a really awesome job. Killing it. Absolutely killing it. But for me right now, sorry about that. For me right now, I can't really say that it's like helping me out in a positive way. In fact, when I see all this stuff, I don't know, I kind of think less of my content or whatever I'm doing or not doing. And you know, it kind of messed with my head for a while. And I think that, and honestly, since I've removed the Twitter app from my phone, I haven't even really thought about any of this shit at all, right? Like, I'm still gonna use Twitter. I enjoy Twitter a lot, right? I enjoy engaging with you. I enjoy sharing memes. I mean, to be real, I'm also like a sports nut, so like Twitter is like perfect for that. As far as politics go, it's like it can be a pretty nice tool, right? But I think in the end, for my own personal mental health, I needed to take a step back away from it. as far as like the mobile version. Because oftentimes I found myself like checking Twitter way too often, and I think the feeling that I would often get would be disappointment, right? I feel like I tried to really flesh out my personality on Twitter and kind of give people an idea of what my content on Twitch is like, and all that is fine and dandy, but am I getting the traction that I would like? No. Is it because maybe I'm just not that interesting to people? It's very possible. I also don't even know what's really going on with my Twitter account. The growth has kind of just been stagnant, and it was really eating me up. When in reality, Instagram is a little bit different, but we're gonna just hang out right here. So just to kind of give you guys some reference, this is like the equivalent of my cardio. I say that and I'm not moving, lol. But, you know, I've been in the gym. I'm kind of changing subjects here, just briefly, just so bear with me, okay? I'm pretty happy about the fact that I'm getting back to a reasonably more active lifestyle than what I've been living the past 3-4 years. A lot of you on Twitter actually been showing a lot of support about the fitness stuff, which I appreciate a lot, and on Instagram as well. But I don't know, I think the decision to get rid of the Twitter app for me personally was the right call, just for my sake of mental health, and just to kind of, I don't know, just to feel better about myself, you know? So that's like where I'm looking at it right now. And I wanted to, like, in parts, I wanted to make this video, but it's also like the beginning of like another thing that I want to talk about, which is I am going to be working soon. Yes, all of you that have been following me know that I got a job at a physical therapy clinic over here in Concord, Mass, which is great. It's not very far from where I live. About like a 5 to 7 minute drive, if at that. So it's really not that bad. I'm gonna be working like part-time hours right now. So like my schedule is gonna look like it's gonna be 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. 5 days a week. And this month of streaming, I've put in a lot of hours streaming, which for me is pretty uncommon since I'm a inconsistent Andy. But we managed to make a lot of progress on the stream. The community has grown. A lot of people are enjoying the content. But at the same time, I will say that the community night thing has been a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, considering the fact that most of you are from different parts of the world, which is one of the things that I pride myself in, building a community that's so diverse, right? I think that's fucking awesome. But it's hard to kind of coordinate with folks as it pertains to like actually playing with you guys. Now, I think the poll does serve a good purpose. I think you guys have been, like, the straw poll that I share on Discord has been well received for the most part, I'd say. But I think in the end, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put that on hold, and only because like I just don't. It doesn't seem to be hitting the mark. Like, you guys obviously vote for the game that we play, but it ends up looking like it's just gonna be me playing the game. And that's fine and dandy and all, but especially with the multiplayer games, I would much rather play with all of you guys than fucking play alone, or maybe with one other person. I don't know, it's just not as enjoyable to me to sit there and do that, right? So it's just not gonna really be a thing. So maybe what I'll do instead is I'll just kind of like we'll do the community day like maybe once or twice a month, and really like try to plan it out better to get a better understanding of who would be down to play these games, right? So a little bit of an epic fail on my part, but hey, I mean, you kind of learn, right? You live and you learn about these things. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling at this point, but But other than that, guys, as far as streaming goes, obviously that's going to continue, right? This isn't me just saying, hey, I'm going to hang it up, because no, I don't want to. In fact, I think that there is potential here, but I need to be the one that really, continues to push forward. And a lot of people around this time, I'm beginning to notice, kind of get like hit a mental wall. Maybe that's what's happening to me, but I think with the job coming around and with working out and being, more active than I have been, I'm beginning to kind of prioritize things a little bit differently. So I think that moving forward for the stream schedule, it's going to be a lot stricter than what it's been. I mean, I know that like I usually get on, I don't know, like 10, 11 a.m. No later than that. Go for like 2 to 3 to 4 hours. And then maybe if I'm really feeling it, I'll go more than that. But ultimately, I think I'm planning on doing 3 days a week streams and kind of see how that goes. And I think that what we're going to do is we're going to do it, next week is going to be interesting because Monday I have therapy. I might just do like a short little morning stream before therapy. Tuesday I have my meeting with my boss in the middle of the day. Hopefully to set up the remaining things, to get the remaining things left for me to actually start working. If you guys are wondering what that banging noise is, they're doing some construction work. Well, architecture. I don't know. Don't get mad. Don't get mad at me if I'm basically saying stupid shit, which I probably am at this point. But I think in the end, though, we're gonna be doing 3 days a week. I'm thinking either Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I think that's what we're gonna do. And obviously, as far as games are concerned, I've kind of been like all over the place with games. I've been playing like, as you guys know, a lot of Witcher, some Skyrim, even threw in like Spider-Man in there as well. And it was really just because like, oh, I feel like playing this game, so I'm gonna play this game. But I think with variety, it can be difficult at times. And so I'm kind of trying to figure out like what is the game that I'm going to stick with for now. Like what is a game that's going to keep me hooked to like continuously stream it every single day. That game might be ESO. I keep playing it off stream and I'm enjoying myself. But let's be serious. MMORPGs aren't the most exciting thing in the world. But I think I'm also starting to realize that maybe you guys just watch me because you like me, right? And you don't really care about the gameplay, right? And if that's the case, it's such a weird dynamic to me, because like, for the most part, it like, I don't know, I feel like I'm reasonably interesting, but like not that interesting, but you guys seem to somehow keep showing support, and like I keep seeing the same faces in the chat and some new ones, which is great. So I think from what I'm gonna learn from this experience ultimately, and I'm gonna be wrapping this video up pretty soon because we're like 14 minutes in. Well, just kidding, we're 14 minutes now. But I don't know, just kind of my thoughts here, just kind of thinking about what's the next step, how can I keep improving the stream and the content that I'm putting out there. And obviously, since I'm going to start working, that's going to take priority, so it's important for me to figure these things out now so then I don't stress about them later, right? But anyway, it's like 40 degrees here in Massachusetts. It's really not that cold. It could be significantly worse. As you can see, there's still snow everywhere. But we're moving on to February, and if anybody knows what that's like here in New England or wherever it snows, it's about to get cold, wet, like just muddy, disgusting snow everywhere, unless we just get downpoured, which could also very well happen. And if it doesn't happen in February, it's 100% gonna happen in March, because that's what happened last year. But yeah, this is like the longest video that I've recorded that I will be uploading to the YouTube channel. Again, I don't know how the audio is gonna be. It's probably not gonna be great, but this is some IRL shit right here, and this is something that I wanted to continue to do and work on, because if streaming kind of takes a backseat, which it will because of the job, YouTube content is something that I think it's been calling my name, and I think this is a good start. So I want to just say, for anybody that does tune in to watch this, I appreciate you. It's a long one, but just kind of my thoughts and where I'm at in life, where I'm at with streaming, where I'm at with like everything. But the one thing that is important, guys, is that I am happy. I'm pretty content with where I am in life. I'm motivated to like improve myself, and I can say that I haven't felt that way in quite some time. So thank you, everybody, for giving me that confidence to kind of improve myself, and I'll catch you in the next one.